Strasbourg, the capital of Christmas. Today's video starts in Paris, but it is not about Paris and this small Christmas market in front of Gare de l'Est. If I'm at Gare de l'Est, it's because I'm about to board a high-speed train heading east towards a city that proudly calls itself the capital of Christmas. In just under 2 hours, we'll arrive in Strasbourg, where Christmas is not just a season, but a full-scale tradition, deeply rooted in history, culture, and Alsatian identity. Every year, Strasbourg hosts 15 Christmas markets, spread across the entire city center, from the cathedral square to hidden neighborhoods that most visitors never explore. In this video, I'll walk you through all of them, showing you what Strasbourg really looks like during the festive season. The lights, the atmosphere, the food, and the unique magic that makes this city unlike anywhere else in France at Christmas. The first stop on the Christmas market map is not really a Christmas market at all. It's actually a shopping mall. L'Aubette is beautifully decorated for the festive season, but for me it was mostly a perfect excuse to step inside, enjoy a nice hot chocolate in the warmth, and wait for nightfall before heading back out into the streets. Now this is a Christmas market. On the large and beautiful Place Kléber, right at the foot of the giant Christmas tree, you'll find everything you expect from Christmas in Strasbourg. Decorations, garlands, handmade candles, Alsatian ceramics, wooden toys, and countless local creations. Perfect gifts to offer or to treat yourself. Standing in the very heart of Place Kléber, the giant Christmas tree, a powerful symbol of Strasbourg, the capital of Christmas, rises 31 meters high and weighs 7.5 tons.
Please leave a light on for Christmas.
It was cut in the nearby Vosges Mountains forest.
Spend it on their own. Please leave a light on for Christmas. And maybe one so lost can finally find a home. for Christmas, that maybe all the firing will cease. Please keep your hopes up for Christmas.
At the foot of the tree, the Sharing Village brings together 110 associations, each promoting the values of solidarity, fraternity, and humanism that lie at the heart of Christmas.
I believe we can, if we just believe we can. I believe
Organized by the Humanist Collective, the Starred Soup brings together 4 Michelin-starred chefs from Alsace to create 4 seasonal soups. With a cup of woodland soup with Riesling and spiced crouton in hand, I stood there, warmed and captivated by the glow of the giant Christmas tree.
could have all we're asking for and more.
After that excellent soup, it was time to head to the next Christmas market. One last look at this beautifully illuminated Christmas tree, and off I went to my next destination. Nestled just a few steps from Place Kléber, the Corridor Christmas Market is renowned for its historic, traditional, and refined charm.
I believe we can, if we just believe we can. I believe we must find a way to build some trust, and I believe it's true. It comes down to me and you. Don't you know I'm sure that if we just walk through that door, we can have all we're asking for and more. This Christmas, please let it be so. Oh, this Christmas, please let it be so.
This Christmas market is set on Place du Temple Neuf, named after the Protestant temple that stands there.
Please let it be so.
Let's step inside and see what it looks like. On the way to the next Christmas market, I can't help stopping in front of the superb 18th century building of Patisserie Christian, beautifully illuminated for the festive season. Christkindelsmärik is the name given in the Alsatian dialect to the historic Christmas market held on Place Breuil. First established in 1570, it is one of the oldest Christmas markets in Europe, and for a long time, it was the only one in France. In my opinion, these Christmas markets offer far more beautiful things than those you'll usually find in Paris. For me, having seen them all, Christkindelsmärik is the most interesting Christmas market in Strasbourg. But let's move on and discover the next one.
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay, keeping.
We arrived on the banks of the Ill, the river that borders the historic city center of Strasbourg to the east.
Last night that was so deep. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel.
Known as the Wharf of Delights, Quai des Délices is a fully gourmet Christmas market, beautifully set on the terrace of the Palais Rohan near the Ill River.
They looked up and saw a star shining in the east, beyond them far, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both days.
After this gourmet interlude, it's time to return to the traditional Christmas markets clustered around Strasbourg Cathedral.
Noel, Noel.
To get there, we'll walk along Rue du Marocain, one of the streets in the city lined with some of its most beautiful houses.
Born is the King. Born is the King. Born is the King of Israel.
Who would have thought that Christmas could bring tears to my eyes?
We've now reached the two Christmas markets set around the magnificent Strasbourg Cathedral.
Joyful times, we're gonna sing this song. Look at the snow, it's Christmas, and there's our mistletoe among all the gifts and all the Christmas cards. I think of you, don't forget. I ring a bell for those who have nothing, so lend a helping hand. And if you do the very best you can, it won't be hard to understand. understand. And that's how we know it's Christmas. For every girl and boy. And you can be sure it's tears of joy. Happy Christmas to you.
Less monumental than Notre-Dame de Paris, yet filled with a profound sense of history.
Then we will know it's Christmas for every girl and boy. And you can be sure it's tears of joy. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas, Happy Christmas to
Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are...
This is the Kammersel House, one of Strasbourg's most famous and best preserved medieval buildings.
when summer's here, but also when it's cold and drear. Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do.
It was time for a comforting pause. An excellent foie gras sandwich in one hand
Oh,
and a glass of vin chaud in the other.
such pleasure do you bring me. For every year this Christmas tree brings to us.
House Kammersel is also a typical Alsatian restaurant.
Oh, Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me.
Not a Christmas market this time, but a beautifully decorated street, Rue des Orfèvres.
You'll ever be unchanging, a symbol of goodwill and love.
Another small Christmas market is set on the Place Kléber.
Unchanging, each shining.
Since the terrorist attack in December 2018, the Christmas markets in Strasbourg have been protected by the French army, ensuring a strong and visible security presence throughout the festive season.
Oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, you'll ever be unchanging.
The Christmas market on Place Saint-Thomas may be small, but it's absolutely charming. We're now entering Petite France, also known as the Quartier des Tanneurs, in the southwest of Strasbourg's historic center. In the Middle Ages, this maze of canals was home to tanners, millers, and fishermen. Today, it is one of the city's most iconic areas and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another lovely Christmas market, perfectly at home in the medieval setting of the small place Benjamin Zix on the banks of the Ill.
Feeling alone, kinda misty, waiting now for you to come. It's cold again, but I know we'll be warm.
As soon as you cross the river, the crowds fade away, leaving space for a calm, almost solitary walk through the treasures of Petite France.
Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above are smiling when they see you holding me so near. I see snowflakes on the chimneys, and the candles have a certain glow, a secret and a song, even church bells sing along, and the children making angels in the snow. Oh, what a gift to be given. How lucky can this old heart be? And I fall into peace and silence.
On the main island created by the canals, our walk brings us to the Advent village, the penultimate Christmas market of this journey. Here, passionate local artisans showcase 100% Alsatian-made products. But sadly, the market appears to remain relatively overlooked by visitors.
Tell me again with a whisper, little things that I wanna hear, and the stars up above, they are shining with love, listening to this song playing on, listening to this song playing on.
It's now time to head toward our final Christmas market of the day.
Gaze upon the sky, Christmas on my mind, somewhere from a place up high above. There's a song of love, traveling afar, seeking us to warm up every heart, to be our light into.
Located on Place Kléber, the off-market is a social and inclusive Christmas market, built around values of solidarity and responsibility. Using shipping containers as chalet and distinctive geodesic domes, the market brings together actors from the social and solidarity economy who are also committed to environmental responsibility.
Will find its way to.
From vintage furniture to customized clothing, local crafts, books, second-hand toys, and organic food, everything here is unique and ethical.
Peaceful little
But here, I'm really just repeating what the official presentation says.
on my mind.
Personally, while I think the objective is clearly noble, I find the result rather unattractive, and ultimately, not very Christmassy.
There's a special star shining from afar, seeking us to warm up every heart,
And there you have it, 15 very different Christmas markets, each with its own personality. From the deeply traditional Christkindelsmärik to the engaged off-market, passing through the gourmet-focused markets, I genuinely think there is something for everyone in Strasbourg.
Let it come,
Which one would suit your taste the most?
joyful Christmas anew.
But beyond individual preferences, what really matters is how these markets showcase Strasbourg at its very best. And by the end of the walk, one thing feels certain. This is a city you can't help but want to return to again next year.